What is going on YouTube? It is FlopFish here, and welcome to the first episode in the Carolina Hurricanes GM mode. Today we're going to be going over kind of the introduction stuff and shenanigans and just kind of introducing the series. Without further ado, we're going to go ahead, and our GM's name is going to be Dickie Smith. That's a bit of a throwback for those people who know the relativeness of it, but we're going to be the Carolina Hurricanes as previously mentioned. I know this was actually requested by a couple of people, and also it's a team that I wanted to do because it's a team that's rarely done, and it's got Eddie Lack on it, and Eddie Lack just makes everything a little bit better. The one thing I am going to do is turn the trade difficulty on the hard, which makes it the most realistic, and it actually makes the trades pretty hard. So we're going to hop right in and hopefully, you know, do fairly well in this. I have a feeling it'll take us probably 3 years or so to rebuild into a legitimate top contender in the NHL. Just because we do, you know, have the Stahl brothers, we do have some aging players that could get shipped out, and we do have the goaltending battle between Lack and Ward. But I think I'm going to end that battle pretty early on because I want to see one goalie getting most of the start. So let's go ahead and let's look at the team we have and the prospects we have, and let's go ahead and let's edit our lines in the starting lineup. Would you like to help keeping your lines up to date? Blah, 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 blah. We'll keep it off for now. But anyway, so we have all right. It's all right. It's not great, but it'll do. Obviously, big missing piece in this is Noah Hannafin is not on the team because he's not in the game yet. So although it'd be nice to have him in the game, we're going to continue on without him because if I add him in, I'd want to add all the other AHL guys in, which will just take a little bit of time to do. So I do think this will be a lot of fun too. So let's go ahead, and so we got those for our kind of lines. Scratched. No players scratched. Goalies, we have Ward and Lack. I know Ward's an 86 and Lack's a 84, but 4 years difference and probably a lot of money difference. I'm thinking I'm going to take Eddie Lack because Eddie Lack could actually grow a little bit more, so that'll be pretty cool. And let's go ahead and let's look at our AHL team too, because we can go ahead and do that. Oh, wait, there we go. So we have Zach Boychuk, Brody Sutter, Chad LaRose. No one super insane. Just some solid guys there. And then defensively, again, no one super insane. And then finally, roster moves. Let's go ahead and let's check to see in the system who we all got here. So see if there's any CHL guys. Yeah, so Hayden Fleury, Roland McCowan, Sebastian Aho. You know, we got some good guys in the CHL too. So we do have some good prospects, and it looks like we're going to be okay. Our locker room chemistry is 71%, which is, I think that's a little bit on the low end, but that's the AHL locker room chemistry. So it's a little bit on the lower end. 75 is, I guess, average. But let's go ahead and let's check to see, you know, what we have as far as trade value wise goes. So Falk, Stahl, Fleury. Oh yeah, we do have Ryan Murphy too. He's got a lot of trade value behind him. You know, we got some decent players, and Brock McGinn. He's got some good height there, so maybe we'll be able to get a little bit. And we also do have Sergei Tolchinsky. Maybe he'll grow for us a little bit more than what people are expecting him to grow. Outside of that, you know, we got some just depth players down there, and then let's look at our goalies. So goalies, I believe, yeah. So we have Nedeljkovic. I completely butchered that up in the minors. Same with Callum Booth, and we do have Drew McIntyre to be a backup. So that's actually all right. Let's Altstroller. So he's 21. He's still got room to grow too. He's fringe starter, but he'll do well in the AHL, I think. So we're gonna go ahead, and I believe our first order of business is gonna be finding a team for Cam Ward. I might not trade him right away. I might give him a few games, but you know, Buffalo likes him. So ideally, when we looked at the team, we had two good centers. Eriksson will probably end up trading just because, you know, it's it's his time to go, I think. He's kind of up there in age. We'll give him a couple years, I think, because how many years are left on his contract? Cam Ward only has 1 year left, too. So we do have to get our value for him, and his value is probably going to be as high as it can be right now. So maybe I'll throw him onto the trading block, see if he can perform decently well and teams want to come after him. But yeah, so Eric Staal is 30 years old. He's got 1 year left on his contract. I think he's a guy that we try to ship out because 1 year left on that contract. We can eat some salary on it. Yeah, I think we're good. I think we're good getting rid of him, but let's go ahead and try to find. So we got depth-wise, we could use a center. So realistically, we do want to find someone that teams are giving away. We'll have to check it out over the course of the year, but we want some guy who's going to be able to be in the roster right away. And we do want to make sure it's a team that's actually interested in acquiring more. That way we can get a little bit more value out of them. So Andrew Ference, I don't think there's going to be anyone major actually. Yeah, no one actually major here. Jaromir Jagr wouldn't be horrible if we were actually gunning to win this year. But since we're not getting to win this year, I don't think he's really worth it. Devils are interested in Cam Ward, really. That's a little bit interesting with Corey Schneider there. Islanders don't have anyone. Alright, so it looks like he's going to be kind of someone who we trade throughout the year. So let's go ahead and let's adjust our trading block a little bit here. And edit trading block. So I think we're going to want to put Wardle on the block here. And we'll put Eric Staal on the trading block. We'll see what we can get on him. We put Cam Ward on the trading block. And that should be enough. One thing that we do need, we do have a lot of centers. I don't want to get rid of Jordan Staal right away because I think having his veteran presence is actually going to be helpful for us, and we don't have quite enough center depth for us to actually, you know, do well. So I think that is all I am going to put up there for now, and I really don't want to add a third thing there. I mean, I guess we could get offers on Jordan Staal, but I think I want to hold on to him, so maybe we'll add in. We'll see what our first round pick can get us if the team's heavily interested in it, because we do have some firsts. Whoa, this is actually sorted pretty cool. It's sorted by round. I like that. It's actually pretty cool. But I want to sort by year. So we don't have a first. Oh, we do have a first round pick this year. Alright. That is weird. Don't know why it's sorting like this, but we do have a couple firsts this year. So maybe if we go reverse and down to the bottom. No, that didn't even do it. I don't know what's going on with the first round picks, but I think we could put LA's first up there. See if a team wants it. And then surplus. I don't think we have any surplus in players. Let's see. Cam Ward lost morale for being put on the trade block. What do we want for a player? We want a good forward who play a role. Obviously, I'd like any. I want him to be a little bit younger, so probably 28 at the most. I want him to have good potential. Salary doesn't matter. Contract doesn't matter. We got a good playmaker, so I do want a guy with some pretty good shooting skills and some good puck skills, so we'll keep that there. And I think that'll be all right. And maybe some senses. We'll make sure he has some good senses too, and some solid skating. And he can be decent physically, and, you know, decently defensively. So, overall, there we go. Rating minimum. All right. Let's try to crank this up. I want him to be like at least an 80. We'll see. Something like that. Cool. So that's one thing that we want. Defensively, top 4 defensemen. Yep, future picks. Yeah, second, third. And current picks are first, second, third. Yep, I will be fine with that. I don't want another goalie. I want a forward, and I want to have, again, a player role. I actually want this to be a first line forward, so here we go. We'll see if we can get any people interested in it, but yeah, so that's what we're gonna do there. And scouting wise, we're going to edit our scouting assignment, and we're actually going to start things off in the WHL for 6 weeks. A guy I do want to pin is where's Tyler Benson? Tyler Benson is someone that I do want to pin because I think we're going to be in that range to actually pick him up. And there we go. Pin to watch list. There we go. I think he's going to be someone who's really interesting to watch over the course of this GM mode, because I think he'll end up being pretty strong, and we'll see if we can actually improve via free agency here. So again, we do have some UFA options here. Maybe we get Cody Franson in to kind of help out defensively. You know, he's a top 4 defenseman. He'd help out for sure. He doesn't. We have the cap space, so it's not like we don't have the cap space. Yeah, you know what? I'll offer him a contract. We'll give him 2 years at what he wants, more or less. See if he's interested in it, and then we're also a little bit weak on the wings, so I think maybe adding in some depth. I think maybe Sean Bergenheim. He's going to be pretty cheap, and he'll give us some good depth. And it might allow us to kind of get away with some good players here. So yeah, I think that'll be a solid signing for us, actually, is bringing in Sean Bergenheim. So we'll bring him in. We'll offer him a contract, 2 years at his original asking price for 1 year, and then we'll view goalies here, see if there's any good goalies that we could pick up. So we could pick up Victor Foss and kind of just, you know, have that nice little forwards and backwards, but I think we're going to want to actually pick up Byzantine for the minors. So I think, yeah, age is a little bit different. Years 1 and 2, years 1 and 1. We'll offer him 3 years. We'll offer him 3 years at 7 mil. So there we go. We can get an AHL goalie in there, and I think that's actually all right. So we did get some players there. We actually adjusted some stuff, and I think we're gonna be okay if we get them on the team here. So let's go ahead and let's sim a couple days, and hopefully we get news from Cody Franson and Sean Bergenheim that they actually signed. So fingers crossed, you know, we got some contracts signed, but if we didn't, we didn't. Obviously, we didn't offer them all the tea in China. We gave them what they wanted, more or less, a little bit of a bargain. Let's see. So we did get Cody Franson, and we did get Mark Byzantine. We didn't get Sean Bergenheim, and Sean Bergenheim just wants to win. So that's reasonable. That's reasonable that he wants to win. Now we can go ahead and manage our roster a little bit. And offensively, yeah, so we could use a right winger or a left winger, because having an 81 overall there isn't great. Defensively now, we do have Cody Franson to put in, which I think is going to result in Michael Jordan being scratched. I think I'm going to put Murphy onto the top 4, along with I think we're gonna get Lyle scratched here, actually. I know Franson's a right-handed shooting defenseman, but I do think he's gonna be the right person. Where is Franson? All right. Well, apparently, I guess we'll have to call him up. So let's go ahead and go to roster moves, because for some reason he's not actually with our team in the system. Where is Cody Franson? There he is. Confirm. And is there anyone else we want to call up while we're at it? Nah, it doesn't look like it. There's no one really close, other than maybe Zach Boychuk, but he's on a one-way contract, minor scoring. He does have to go through waivers, but Cody Franson doesn't, so that's nice. We can go ahead and swap him out for John Michael Lyles. So that'll give us a nice little boost, actually. Yep, we will go ahead and swap them. So I think that actually gives us a legitimate defense. They both shoot right, and they both shoot left. So maybe they're both right-handed shooting defensemen too. Maybe we'll get Franson on the right side and Murphy on the left, just because, I mean, they are both offensive defensemen. Maybe keeping Murphy. Nah, I think this is solid. I think this is a solid D core. James Wisniewski is fine being a top 4, actually, so maybe we put Hainsey up. Nah, that's too bad. All right, cool. So this should be solid. And I think we're good to kind of... Do we want to sign another forward? We can try to sign another person and just bring him in because, again, we do kind of need a little bit of depth there. And it might help us make the team better right now. So we'll get some good player morale in. And then on top of that, we'll actually be able to get some decent results early on and maybe get some trade value out of them. So let's go ahead, and Bergenheim didn't want to. Maybe if we get, you know, David Booth, which wouldn't be bad. Havlat wouldn't be bad. Fleischman. Let's see if there's like any insane potential guys too. He's got really good potential, ironically, but he's 24. Case is good potential too. Anyone absolutely insane? I don't really see anyone that's just like, let's go ahead and let's sign them. Other than Case, maybe. He's got top 9 potential. He wants 2 years. Yeah, sure, let's go ahead. Team's interested in Vancouver. There's a couple interested in him. Maybe we bring him in. He's 24. He's got medium top 6 potential. He's 24. He's got high top 6 potential, but you know what? I think we're fine where we are, and we want to bring in either a right winger or a left winger. We just need someone who's gonna kind of clog that hole for us. Second line, I don't really want to move my second line left winger. Or no, it is Gerby. Gerby I can move down. So maybe maybe we can. David Booth should get the job done. He'll give us a little bit more depth. He's not going to light the lamp. I don't know. Let's get Curtis. Let's offer Curtis Glencross a contract. Let's offer him 1 year at that price. And we'll see if we get him. So anyways, let's go ahead and let's actually jump forward a few games here. And I really like the new simming engine too. It's actually kind of nice. Alright, let's sim about a week. And we'll see what happens. We'll see if we get the signing here. It should pop up this day. Case rejected, unfortunately. Glencross wants to win, so he wants more money. Maybe we'll offer him more money. I mean, we're winning in the preseason. What more can you ask for? I mean, yeah, it's only the preseason, but we're still winning. That's all that matters, right? Alright, trade and improve. There we go. And let's go to free agents, and... Alright, so if he wants more money and he wants more money, I'm going to give more money to one of them. I think I'm going to give more money. Did David Booth get signed? Yeah, he did get signed. He's going to want more money. I'll offer him like... We'll offer him what Glencross wants at like 3.45. I think that's like an overpayment, so I think that's pretty fair. I think that's very fair. So go ahead and we'll sim forward a little bit here and sim about up to here. This is be more or less when we have to make our final cuts for the team. So stop sim, stop sim, we'll stop the sim. Alright, perfect. So he accepted. And that means we're actually going to be able to put him on the team right away and manage the roster maybe. So we will have to bring him up, I believe. NHL, it'll be in the system for whatever reason. Alright, let's start by overall. Because we know he's going to be in here. There we go. Confirm. Is there anyone we want to send down from the NHL side of things? Let's see. Maybe TJ Hensick. Yeah, he's got a two-way contract, so I think he's going to be the best person to kind of send down here. So we'll send him down. We'll confirm that. And there we go. We have 3.75 left in cap space, so that'll be pretty solid. And now we can kind of adjust the lines a little bit. We're going to get Nestrazel still on the third line. We're going to bump Terry down to there. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to actually replace Gerby straight up with Bergenheim. And the reason why I'm going to do this is because it's going to get him in the proper lines that I want him in. And then bump him up. And then we're going to go ahead and throw Gerby in here. So should be pretty straightforward. And substitute in all lines. And there we go. That's a lot better of a lineup actually. So we do have a pretty solid team here. And goaltending wise, I want Lack to be the starter, so perfect. Alright, so I think we're good to go for the season here, and let's go ahead and let's into the next game. So hopefully things work out well. John Michael Lyles, there's some players that want to meet with you. Let's go ahead and let's go to player morale. So Cody Franson's pretty happy. Sean Bergenheim's pretty happy. Cam Ward. I know everyone manages to do. Your job is to focus on play, not evaluating the front office. I hope to enjoy the list. Hunker down and bring your A game every night. You can do it. Oh, that's negative. Dang it. I know one of the biggest complaints about player morale is going to be that it can be slightly repetitive, but I think it's actually not that bad in the grand scheme of things. So, because you do have to take your time and adjust to the different players, and you do have to kind of, you know, find out their personality style, which is pretty cool. So we're gonna go ahead and about sim every 2 weeks or so is how I like to do this, because it's about that time that you actually want you to adjust your lines because of player morale. So we're 1-1-1, which is solid. Can we get a win here? Nah, shootout loss again. Another win though, 2-1-2. That's pretty good. Can we beat the Colorado Avalanche? Come on, get the big dub. Go to player morale. Let's see what's gonna happen here. Alright, so Jordan Staal doesn't paint a pretty picture. The numbers are black and white. We need you to produce, buddy. He's a bit of a hard-nosed type of guy. He's a leader. We need him leader. We need him to produce. So we're 2-2-2 to start off. Let's go ahead and let's kind of see where everyone's at here, player-wise. So Eric Staal is having a great season so far. 6 points in as many games. Cody Franson with 4 points. That's a signing that's actually looking like it's paying off for us. That's going to be pretty interesting to watch. Skinner with some good play. Franson, Wisniewski, 15 penalty minutes already. Anyone else? Bergenheim with 2 points in 6 games. So, you know, it's all right. And then let's look at our goalies here and see who's getting the bulk of the starts. I want it to be Eddie Lack. So it looks like it's Eddie Lack who's getting the starts here. He's 1-1-1 with 9 goals against. A little bit lower of a save percentage, but he has played a lot more minutes. So, all right, let's go ahead and let's jump forward. Again, it's very early on in the season, so I really don't want to make too many big moves. I want to kind of wait to see if we can, you know, catch a player with bad morale and end up trading for them, because if they drop a little bit, then we should be actually able to get them a little bit cheaper, which will be nice. So looks like Ryan Murphy's pretty happy with getting some good ice time. So that's what I like to see out of the team. I like to see getting some good ice time in there. OHL, we'll do forwards again. I think we do need to focus on forwards because we do have some solid defensive prospects. And Cody Franson, I think if we can keep him on for a few years, it'll actually be very solid. So a couple wins. We're 5-2-4. I mean, we don't have a lot of losses, but we have a lot of losses, but not a lot of them are actually in regulation, which is actually really good for the team. Okay, and go to player morale. See, this is like perfect timing because it's player morale with the sim. Justin Falk is very happy. It really doesn't change how your job looks, so no effect. Numbers are black and white. We need you to produce, buddy. There you go. He's again another hard-nosed guy. I want to be hard on the team. Ooh, maybe not that hard. That might not have been a good call. But you know, whatever. We're doing well. We're 6-2-4. We're right in the middle of the playoff race right now. It's very early on in the season, obviously, but you know, it's solid. Skinner's doing well, so that's good to see. That's the guy who, if I want to see someone doing well, it's going to be him. Franson slowed down after his hot start, which is kind of expected, but it's kind of Skinner and Staal leading the way. Lindholm's doing well as well, which Wisniewski's doing fairly well. Bergenheim, 5 points in 12 games. I will take that out of him. That's what I expected. So let's go ahead and let's actually adjust the lines here. And let's manage these rosters and get the lines done. So let's go ahead and edit the lines here. Everything's still good in the lines front here. Maybe we bump up Nestreisel for Nash and get, I think Yeah, he's got a little bit more potential, so maybe we'll get him a little bit of extra playing time here. Or maybe we put Victor Rask up a line, because he's a center and he is a playmaker. You know what? Let's do that, and I think we can actually get away with Riley Nash. Is anyone else like a pure center? No one else is. Alright, let's see who has the best face-offs out of these guys here. So face-offs, 60, face-offs, 75, face-offs, 77. So we will put Riley Nash in the middle here. We'll see what Terry's stats are in face-offs. 60, and Malone's probably going to be what? Like, he's 79, so he's not bad. But he's you know what? He's actually younger than Gerby, but I like this. I like this setup here defensively. It seems like these guys are getting the job done. It seems like Wisniewski's doing really well. So maybe what we'll do is we'll bump up. I want to kind of split Franson and Murphy. So we'll go ahead and we'll do that. Wisniewski is doing well, so we're gonna bump him down a little bit here, and we're gonna try to get Cody Franson going. Actually, we should try to get Ryan Murphy going. We'll get Ryan Murphy on that top pairing. That'll work out fairly well for us. All right, I like that. I like that choice. So let's go ahead and let's sim forward a little bit here and see what we can pull off. So we'll do 2 more weeks again. I like doing these 2 weeks increments because again, it's just kind of how everything. It's a kind of good period. So Eric Staal for 2 first-round picks. That's a good trade. That's a really good trade. We're getting lots of value in that with the 2 picks, but I do kind of want to get a player back. In order to get rid of Eric Staal, I think I'm going to want someone who, you know, is a fairly solid. Oh, why didn't I sign Valiev? I don't know why I didn't sign him. He's supposed to be with the Leafs, so that's kind of weird. Forsberg, not bad. Forsberg's not a bad option, but again, they're not looking to get rid of him, so. They're interested in giving him away, but since we could have gotten him for nothing, I don't think it's actually a big deal. We'll see if there's any skaters matching block. Yeah, so it's only Valiev that's really matching the block a lot. And defensively, well, we need someone. Actually, when you just look at the pure proposal, Eric Staal, we're not retaining any salary, which is really good for us. But at the same time, I think we can get a little bit more value out of Eric Staal as we wait a little bit longer. And who knows, we're actually playing pretty well. We might be able to sneak into the playoffs this year. So maybe we can kind of bump things back into the playoff shape here and kind of get a good shape here. Get a good shape going. Murphy's doing well. That's really good. 9-3-4. I like that. 9-3-5. 10-3-5. So we are doing well. Jeff Skinner is injured. So we're going to need to actually change this lineup a little bit. So let's go ahead and let's see if we have anyone scratched. We might have to go into roster moves and actually call someone up because I don't know if I have many players scratched. So only John Michael-Lyles is actually scratched. So we're gonna have to go ahead and go into roster moves here. Okay. Having invalid lines will result in all changes lost. So we are gonna have to call someone up here, and I do want to call up our best left winger here. For the team, who's gonna be Zach Boychuk. So we'll call him up. We'll see if he doesn't get claimed on waivers. And nice, he didn't get claimed on waivers, so we can go back and edit lines. So edit lines, and you know, get that call up for him. So he'll probably slot in on the. We'll slot him in on the 3rd line, and we'll bump Bergenheim up. Maybe we'll bump Riley. We'll reward Riley Nash here, and we'll bump him up to the 2nd line left wing spot, and then we will put. Yeah, that's actually not a bad plan. All right, so that's what we're gonna do. So we're actually gonna bring in for the empty spot. We're gonna want to bring in. We're gonna want to bring in Bergenheim here, and who are we gonna want to replace with the new guy? We're gonna want the new guy to replace kind of Gerby's role, or who's going into that 2nd line role. Did I say Riley Nash? I think Riley Nash. Yeah, so we'll bump Jay McClendon up. We'll put Riley Nash into Bergenheim's role right now. Yeah, let's do that. So we'll put him into Bergenheim's role. And Zach Boychuk, we will call you up and substitute you with the one being scratched. Bergenheim, we are going to swap you out for Riley Nash. We'll go ahead and pop you in there, and we'll actually get Bergenheim in the top spot here. And that is gonna be, you know, not as good as the lines we had, but it'll still be solid. It'll still be solid. So looking forward to how this works out. So Boychuk, we're actually gonna put you there. It gives us some top 6 power, that's for sure. And Riley Nash is definitely liking the team. Terry's doing well as well, so that's pretty good. All right, let's go back. AHL lines has an invalid combo here, so we're gonna have to just, you know, call up someone if we have anyone that's scratched. Hensick, you're gonna be substituting in. Why aren't you playing? You're 75 overall. Come on, man. You're in there. You're in there. There you go. All right, we're good. Patrick Marleau for Cam Ward. Huh. That's an interesting trade. Let's go look at this for a little bit, because we do need that left winger, which does give us that chance to go ahead and straight up make the playoffs. The trade value is actually pretty even. I say the trade value is pretty even, actually. I think that's a solid trade to take, actually, you know. That looks pretty fair both ways, so let's go ahead and let's look. So do I want to make the playoffs this year, I guess? So they are interested in giving away Thornton, so which means they are interested in giving away Marleau. I think that's a solid trade for us, though. Because let's see, where else do we put? What else do we do with our lines here? So if we take this trade, we need to call up a goalie, which is going to be interesting. But we put Marleau onto line 2. When Bergenheim gets, or when Skinner gets back, though, we don't really have room for him, so we're gonna have to decline that. As much as I do want Patrick Marleau, because we're doing well. We are in a position to win here. I think it's probably worth just holding off. We'll sim up to this day here. I think this is morale day. Alright, that's kind of weird. I think we actually just froze right here. Yeah, I think we actually just froze, so hopefully it auto-saved, because that would suck. Oh, alright, so we can actually sim. So let's just sim one day. No idea what's going on. Alright, so we can go back to November. This is a really weird bug. Again, I have no idea what's going on. So we'll just start the sim and cancel it. Edit lines manually. Probably the best way to go about this, so let's go. And with Skinner ready to play, I think that means we'll send Boychuk back down, because Riley Nash is kind of ready to go. So we'll place Bergenheim here with Skinner. And there we go. We'll keep him there. Riley Nash is going to get moved down in exchange for Bergenheim here. And I believe we subbed in Boychuk straight for Riley Nash. So we'll go ahead and we will put Riley Nash back in. And I think we're gonna keep Boychuk up. We're gonna keep him up because he has to go through waivers. I really don't want to lose him to waivers, so we're gonna keep him up, and maybe we can slot him in. We'll have to see. It's either him or Brad Malone. We'll have to see. We'll look at them. What's the comparison here? Where's Boychuk? Alright, so they're both 79 overall. Player info. They're both 26. Boychuk gives us a little bit better offensive tools. Bottom 6 potential, bottom 6 potential. Malone's an 80. So I think we're going to have to give the edge to Malone right now, unfortunately. Defensively, we're all good. Cool, cool. Let's go. Alright, I should be able to switch actually back to the NHL now. That was a weird bug. No idea what happened there. So let's go ahead and let's sim forward to this date here. And we're just going to check to see how the team does in a little bit. So Hensick got dressed. Oof. Elias Lindholm got injured. Alright, edit lines manually again. Victor Rask is going to take his roles. Nestrazel's going to get bumped up. Terry's going to get... No, Nestrazel's not going to get bumped up. Nash is going to get bumped up. Alright, so Nash is going to take the role of Victor Rask. And then McClement's going to get bumped up again. So McClement's going to take that role. Plays on offensive and PK2. Sure, we'll give Boychuk that role here. So we'll get Boychuk in here. And where is Zach Boychuk? He's pretty happy, so we'll get him back in the lineup here. And then we're gonna put him up here. So where is Riley Nash? I think going forward, this team's got lots of potential. We're managing the lines pretty well. Overalls are pretty solid. And we're going to actually have to, unfortunately, I mean, we're without Lindholm, which kind of hurts him, but which is alright. And we're actually going to give Victor Rask some pretty good minutes here. So I would bump up Bergenheim, but given that Rask is 22 with good potential, I think it's the proper choice to give him those top line minutes here. So it's nice that we kept Boychuk up too, because we can get Hensick dressed, which is really nice. Chemistry major. Jay McClennick has an MCL sprain. His return is on Denver. Edit lines manually. Alright, so McClennick got injured. I think that means Malone gets bumped up. Yeah, so we will have to call someone else up. Malone gets bumped up. And we are going to need a center for this. So let's go ahead and let's go do some roster moves here. And go to roster moves. Okay. We'll see what we get here. So we need in the system. Who's our best center? Who's our just best player in general, actually? Sort by overall here. So we want someone who's, you know, got good stuff. Hensick might be your best bet here. So what's his age? If he's, you know, the youngest, he's 29, so he's not exactly young. 24, so he does have some potential. And 21, so I think we're gonna go with Brock McGinn getting called up here. Two-way, so we'll call him up, and we'll actually slot him in onto the. All right, so we'll slot him in onto the kind of, you know, third line left winger role here, or fourth line left winger. Actually, we'll put him on third line. No, we'll put him on fourth line. We'll give him some sheltered minutes here. All right, that should be solid. Yeah, because we don't want to make Gerby upset. So back to edit lines. So we need to bring up Woods here. And let's see who we can actually like throw in that scratch. Sebastian Aho, I should get him playing actually, but I should get Tolchinsky playing. Substitute in all lines actually, and actually I kind of want Tolchinsky playing top minutes here, so we'll bump everyone down a little bit. And Nemish is actually going to find his way onto the fourth line. Cool. We'll get Tolchinsky starting to motor, and Aho I think we're going to get in. Our defensive core is really young though, man. I can't get rid of anyone. Dang. Let's see. Injured knee. Assistant coach replaces player. Shouldn't be too hard. Thornton for Ward. I want to decline that, so let's see. We didn't get a game against the Flyers there. That's weird. Wait, did our record just like really changed? Assistant coach replaces player. Best lines. Alright. Edit lines manually. We'll swap the sim. This is, I don't know what happened there because we were like, had all the OT wins and losses and stuff. So McGinn is going to get sent back down here. And Boychuk is going to move over. Malone moves back down. No, Malone stays. Rask moves down here. Nash moves down here. Alright. So we need to get Rask replaced with Lindholm. It's just hard to remember this sometimes because, you know, stuff's just kind of set up in a certain way and you're just like, it's like a giant puzzle. Nash gets replaced by... Where is Rask? Victor Rask. There we go. Alright. Let's dress him. Then Malone gets swapped with... Nash. And then we go to the fourth line. McGinn gets swapped with Malone. Cool. Watching me at the very top and I missed over him. Yep, that would be what happened. So let's go ahead and money. There we go. So Brian Malone's going to be there. Let's go ahead and let's go send down McGinn because we do want to getting him to click on the top line here. So confirm, and we will go back. As much as he lost morale for being sent down. So he lost morale. Hensick, Shug. Who are we gonna scratch? All right. So you go down a line. You go down a line. You get swapped out for him, and then Hegel gets swapped out for him. That's pretty solid. All right, McGinn actually went down in overall from being sent down, so that's not good. That's the morale factor right there. That's a pretty solid reason to, you know, make sure you're managing your morale really well, because again, you're gonna be able to get a little bit extra. Tolchinsky is up in overall, and we'll get Shug. We'll bring Shug up in here. There we go. LaRose, or we'll put Hensick up here. Derek Ryan, you're gonna get sent to the bottom here. Actually, I want Tolchinsky up, and I want LaRose swapped with Hensick, and then there we go, something like that. That looks good enough to me. All right. Zach Boychuk with an injured knee. All right. Assistant coach replaces player, so let's go ahead. Why the heck does that send me there? That's kind of weird how it just like swaps me over, but we're at 85 chemistry, so let's go ahead. Let's adjust our morale here and see what happens. Morale, that's what we need to do. So let's go ahead and let's hold a team meeting here. We have a lot of pressure on us and we came through in spades just like I know we could. So we got some good players going up, some players that I don't want going down that went down. Management is on the ball. I think we have a good crew and they know what they're doing. No effect. His performances are just ignored. I expect more from you. We're going to be a little bit hard on him. No, that didn't work. Team is gelling. Things be going pretty nicely. Positive effect. Things are going nicely. We'll see if it's the same. Yep, nice. No effect. Nice. And cool. So we do have some players actually increase for morale a little bit. Justin Falk being one of them. That's nice to see. We are at 85. Let's view our lines again here quickly, just to see kind of where things are at. And so Nash, Lindholm, I don't mind that. John Michael Lyles, we have playing the left wing. I think we might try to sign a winger here because we definitely do need the depth. So let's go ahead and let's try to find a free agent winger here that'll just fill in that bottom role here. And trade and improve. All right, let's go there. We could actually scroll through on the trading block here. So let's browse the trading block. Let's see if there's anyone up here that's going to be, you know, worth going after. Soro, no. Shane Doan, nope. A little bit too old for me. Bruins have a lot of first-round picks. Gianta is a no, thank you. Chicago, respawn, nope. Iggy and Tonge, a little bit too old for me. I'm trying to get younger here. I'm trying to retool. That's what I'm trying to do, is retool on the fly. Tverden, you know what? He might not be bad for the AHL, but we have better AHL left wingers already, so I'm going to pass on him. Hjalger is always just a beauty to pick up. Spencer Watson. He's not bad. It's not bad. He's got some good potential. Zaikov's pretty good too as well. Wild, Brassard, Sherback is really good as well. He's got high top 6 potential, but no immediate players. Ranta would be pretty solid of a pickup, but I think we should probably try to look to trade away. The Cavalier, he's got like pretty much nothing. We can take on his salary. Top 9, he does fill that up, but I think we can just get cheaper honestly right off the trading block here. So Marlowe and Thornton are up. I think we're gonna be okay just passing on them. Ernie, fine passing on. No one else. Daniel and Henrik Sedin are up. That is interesting here because we could trade for them. They are 35 and it is a lot. That is interesting to see. The Sedin's on the trading block. Oof, that is tough, but let's go ahead and let's try to sign a free agent here. And a left winger, David Booth, offer a contract. Nah, we'll give him some good bucks here. We'll give him like 1 point. We'll give him what he wants, 1.275, more or less. Pretty solid offer. Because he is interested. So, and then we'll try to see if we can actually trade Cam Ward here, because trading Cam Ward is going to be pretty useful. So we'll see if there's any players with negative morales on other teams. Because again, we could get rid of Eric Stahl too. Eric Stahl's having a great year for us. So we'll just kind of see what teams are interested in Eric Stahl and what teams are interested in Cam Ward. It's going to be the 2 players that I want to trade. Cam Ward less than others, but you know, we're gonna be all right. So let's just see. So they do have interest in Eric Stahl. Skaters matching Blue Dock, and no one actually major. All right, so let's go with all skaters, and let's just look at morale here, because sometimes there can be some pretty disgruntled players. Santorelli's a guy who's pretty disgruntled. You might be able to get him for pretty much nothing because he is unhappy. He might be demanding a trade soon. He's a guy who I think is actually probably like an 80 overall or so. He's just low because of morale, so that's all right. Might be someone that we do want to target, but Arizona's not interested in either. We'll just see if they have any disgruntled players, because again, that's going to be kind of how we can tell. Ekman Larson seems really happy, which is good for him. Bruins. Let's see if the Bruins have anyone who are really disgruntled. Seth Griffith. That's someone who we might want to keep an eye on. Same with Jimmy Hayes, actually. So they're both slightly upset. Are they interested in either? No. So Jimmy Hayes might be someone that we could go after. He kind of gives us into that retooling area where we do get better and we do get a little bit younger. So it's not a bad one to go after. So anyone not particularly happy. No one really majored there. Calgary. Dougie Hamilton's loving life. Anglin and Juris, not so much. But you know, so far only one like super sad player, which isn't bad. Everyone's pretty happy on Chicago, so no real reason to go there. Colorado, come on, some star player be disgruntled. That'd be pretty nice. Nope, everyone's pretty happy there. Dallas. Very happy Tyler Seguin. Very injured team. Alexiak, though, with some good potential there. A little bit unhappy. Might be able to swing a deal eventually, because his trade value is probably just slightly lower. Maybe not too bad, but it is probably slightly lower. Alright, let's go ahead. Let's see if Edmonton has anyone. McDavid's already an 84 overall. He should actually progress a lot faster in the next few months or so. So he should bump up to about an 85, 86 in about a month, and probably even higher after that. Riley Smith with some low trade value. He's a guy who's, generally speaking, turns out pretty solid year in, year out. But so far, you know, it doesn't seem like anyone major. Braden McNabb improves us a lot. He's got top 6 potential, and he's a guy who will help our team. We'd slot him in actually onto, so our defense is, our top 4 is pretty solid though already. So I guess we'd have to get rid of a top 4 defender, which we really don't want to do right now. But he is really good. Like, he's a guy who we can bring in and put on our third pairing as our 5th or 6th defenseman. So let's go ahead. Let's see. I don't know. I'm thinking about it. I'll think about him because he's definitely a guy that I'm actually interested in, and they're interested in Eric Staal, so we might be able to swing a deal. Anyone else that's super unhappy here? Nope. So far, you know, there are some players that look to be pretty good to pursue, and some that don't. Morale. No one there. Nashville, come on, Nashville. Has someone with negative morale. That'd be really nice. Nope. Not a chance. Morale is kind of something that the team needs to be doing that. Oops, wrong thing to sort by. I forgot they have Barzell. It's not even fair, man. Getting Barzell in. Not fair. He's going to be... I have a feeling he's going to be like one of those guys that just grows in this game. Grows a lot. He just seems like that type of player that, you know, EA would really give that high-end kind of growth to, kind of like less than McDavid, but a little bit higher than average. So, anyone disgruntled? Nope. No one's really disgruntled around the league except for Santorelli, which is good. Santorelli, McNabb. So, Pavelski's loving life. Tennyson, he's a little bit shocked. He's not super happy. You know, he's could you know get a little bit of value for him. So Tampa Bay, Anthony DeAngelo is an interesting guy to go after. His personality would be different to manage, I'm pretty sure, because he is different to manage in real life. So it'd be cool if they made that in game actually. Dmitry Timashov, man, that's some pretty good potential for him. I like that though. It's probably pretty accurate. And Vancouver, let's see. No one's super upset there. Winnipeg, I just want someone who's like really upset that I can just like pursue after and be like, yo, gimme. Harrison, he's pretty upset, but unfortunately not the type of guy we want, so no deal. Washington, no one. Alright, so it's really just Santorelli, who is super unhappy that we were interested in. Outside of that is like Hayes from the Bruins. So maybe we can't really swing a deal with them though. Was Florida interested in anyone? Florida was actually interested in Cam Ward. Which, I mean, they're interested in Cam Ward, so his, you know, he's about, you know, we could probably swing a good trade for him actually. We can probably get Riley Smith, who's, how old is he again? He's 24. He go into our top 9 as a right winger. We need left wingers though. He doesn't really give us much of an upgrade. So if anything, we do want some good prospects. So let's go ahead and let's exit. Hopefully we got the signing there. That'd be pretty nice to get David Booth signed, because then we don't have to actually trade to go up a little bit in the pick selection here. So we're gonna go ahead and send forward best lines. Don't really have to do much here. Zach Boychuk, best lines. David Booth accepted, which is nice. We'll keep Lyles in for a few seconds here and just kind of get David Booth some playing time. We're 16-5, so that's not bad. That's actually really dang good. QMJHL, let's go OHL defenseman, or OHL, WHL defenseman for 5 weeks. Get a good sense on the WHL guys. Alright, cool. Let's see a big W. There we go, another win. We're doing really well, 18-7-5. Ooh, Eric Staal gets injured. That's a blow to the lineup. That's a big blow to the lineup. Options. Go to roster moves. I know we're gonna have to call up David Booth, so hopefully he can pass through on waivers, because that unfortunately wouldn't be good if he doesn't. Alright, let's go this way. David Booth. Confirm. Not claimed on waivers? Perfect. Now we can actually go ahead and we can set up some lines. Let's go best lines and see what they're like. We got Jordan Staal, Victor Rask. Gonna put Riley Nash up a line. And Drysdale up the line. I like that. Yeah, I like that. I like those lines. Fairly solid defensively. Hainsey, we're gonna put Murphy up. And actually, let's give Murphy some first liners. Jonathan Blum on waivers. He's a top 4 in the minors. I want to pick him up because he is Vancouver Giant legend. So, 1 year left. Sure, let's claim him. It's a contract to take in, but at the same time, it's not a bad thing. So let's go to player morale and let's see where we're at here. Everyone's fairly happy. That's good. 86 chemistry is really good. Good. I'm glad to hear. Keep up the hard work. He seems like a guy that just really. He seems like the type of guy that would just be good with a pat on the back. No, that's the type of guy he seems like to me. Apparently not. So, I think that's actually gonna do it for the first episode today. We'll see if we can find anyone absolutely insane to trade for. I don't think there's gonna be a huge demand on the trading block. So let's go ahead and let's browse them. But if we see like Evander Kane or someone pop up on the trading block, that'd be pretty interesting because it has happened before when I've simmed that Evander Kane popped up. I've seen a few players. I've seen Tyler Seguin before, which is pretty fun to see. He came pretty cheap actually, like in comparison to what he actually is. So it's always important to kind of keep a background knowledge of the player overalls and how they're going to perform, because that way you can kind of prepare for that. Maybe we bring in Ranta. He's 26. He's got good potential. And we can ship off Cam Ward. Maybe that's what we do. We bring in Ranta and ship off Cam Ward. Maybe that's for the next episode. Maybe you guys will let me know who we should kind of trade away. So we do have Joel Ward, who is an 85 overall top 9 winger. Maybe we're in this like awkward situation where we have a good enough team to actually kind of go for the playoffs and make a bit of a push. So maybe we do that. Maybe we kind of ditch the whole, hey, we need to trade away, because I mean, when we let's go look at the standings quickly. When we look at the standings, I mean, we're doing pretty well. We're second in the division, so that's really solid actually. Skinner's got 30 points for us. He's definitely leading the team. I'm guessing that Blum with 1 point in 1 game. I'll take that. I'll take that out of him. Skinner with nearly a point per game pace. Same with Eric Staal. Justin Falk doing really well. Victor Rask, one of the best players on the team so far. Franson hasn't got a goal, but he's got lots of assists. Bergenheim, he's been a really quality free agent signing. The Wiz has been solid. Gerby, Lindholm, yeah, he's kind of deserving the role he's in. Jordan Staal's a little bit disappointing right now, but I mean, hey, you can't complain too much. Riley Nash, not getting a ton of points, unfortunately. John Michael Lyles, obviously not a lot. Jonathan Blum, 1 point in the few games he played. Brock McGinn, nothing. David Booth, nothing, but hey, he's +2, so you like plus minus, which, I mean, that's kind of what we have to go by in this game. He's pretty solid, but, we actually got a big lead, so maybe we do actually make a push for the playoffs. Let's look at the Eastern Conference standings. If we're in, like, third place, 8th place is, 9th place is the Leafs. Actually, 9th place, the worst team here is actually probably Washington. So Washington, they have 2 games in hand on us. So let's say they get a win out of that. They're at 36 points. We're up 7 points on them already, which is pretty good, dude. Almost a little bit over a third of the season. So that's solid. You know what? Maybe we do make the playoff push. I think that's what we're gonna do, guys. Let me know your thoughts, because then we keep on to Cam Ward and we keep on to Eric Staal. So anyways, that's going to wrap things up. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the GM video. Bit of a longer one, but as always, take it easy, and I'll catch you guys on the flop side.